welcome back to my channel, and today is day 29 for the design team collaboration of LineDotArrow, and it's my turn. And I've been so inspired by all the things that we've seen. It's really doing really well. Anyways, so I am playing with the Violet Dreams, and I've done a few things ahead of time. So what I'm going to make is a page hugger, and we're going to do a hidden paper clip, make a hidden paper clip. So what I've done is I've just taken, and my journal that I'm working with is this little guy here. So I've made it to fit into one of my pages. So that's why it's this size. And then I did this, and I didn't cut, I ripped a hole in there. So that's going to go like this. So what I did was I took another piece and I kind of ripped it a little bit different so you would see it through. And that's what's going to brace on my, whatever this stuff is called. What's this stuff called? It's not coming to me right now. But anyways, so I'm going to put some glue around here, and I'm going to stay around the edges. I'm not going to go too close because I believe that it should work. Okay, and I'm just going to put this right like so. I always give it lots of space, and then that way where I put my glue, oh, I see that. Got my glue too high there. I can move it up a little bit. There we go. It'll be in there snug anyways. So what I'm going to do with this now, before I go any further, is I am going to take my alcohol ink, and I'm just going to do a little bit here. And I don't have a brush. I'm looking to see if I got something. This bottle here, it really does not always want to open for me. If I had an empty bottle, I would put it in there, but I do not. There we go. Okay. Oh, I have a brush right here. There we go. So I'm just going to, give it a little aged effect. Just a little. Get my lid back on there. I'll dry off. Okay. That just gives it a little extra. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So now I can take and just glue this in here. Just like so, and up on the top there because I didn't get it very good there. There we go. And then I'm just going to take and put this where I want it to be. And just kind of hold it in there, something like that. There we go. There we go. Okay, so this one here is going to go this way, and this is going to come like this. So what I'm going to do, because this is a little thin in here for me to put my tag in there, so I thought of just extending it a little bit. So I'm just going to put a little piece of this in here. Let's do like this. There we go. And I'm just going to stretch that out. And I'm just going to go on this side and just put a little bit of glue here. That's where I want that to be. Like so. Get that a little bit more there. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to take this and we're just going to do a little bit here. Run it, a little bead of glue. Like so. Oh, I think it's upside down, isn't it? Yes, yes it is. I'll just like that. There we go. See how it looks. Like so. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause here. And I am going to stitch all around here, through here. And then I'll stitch going around this way. I won't stitch here. Okay, so I will return as soon as I get that done. All right, I'm back, and I decided to not sew on this one, just sew on this one. Okay, so now what I thought we could do is I am going to, this is going to be a pocket this way, so I am going to glue, not here yet, wait, yes I am, I'm gluing this together. Okay, so this here, I'm just going to glue right here and down to the bottom, just like so, and line it up to how I want it. I want it to kind of give a little bit of everything. I want it to look really scrappy. Okay, and then this side here, I'm just going to glue along the edges here. And I'm going to glue this side because this is a little shorter. There we go. Oh, today is 30 degrees. 30 degrees out here. That is hot. Okay, so now we have like a little open book. And so what I'm going to do now is you can do 2 paper clips in here. I did it before with 2 large paper clips, and it really was, it was solid. So I think I'm going to do that again because I'm going to have this a little heavier. So we're going to just do 2 paper clips. And what I did was I took a card that I was no longer using, and I'm going to put one on this end, like so, and one on this end, like so. All right, so I have one piece that's a little shorter than the other one, and I designed that, thought of that for that reason right there. right, like so. All right, so I am going to, I have used this glue many times for paper clips and it works just fine. I haven't had any let go on me yet. I like to stay away from the edge a little bit, but not too far, because you stay too far, then it's going to get hooked on what you're trying to, the page that is going to get stuck on there, on the page, instead of sliding across it. So I just want to get my glue in there enough that it's going to stick. There we go. And we're going to just put that right like so. And I'm going to push that in between where the paper clips are. And I'm going to take and do the same on this side. Now you could, if you wanted to, you could make a paper clip stick out and put a dangle on it. But I'm not going to. You could put one of those cute dangles that April made. There you go. And we're going to do the same thing here. Get that back for now. Get my, there we go. Now it's one of those little bugs. I'm just going to put this here. I could put it this way, but oh well, you know, why don't we just do it that way? You're not going to see it, but when you take it off, you're going to see that. So let's do the torn edge, just like I did every other edges. You don't want it torn. You can absolutely do a cut edge. I just like the look for a torn edge. And we're just going to slide that right in there like so. And we're going to put that right like that. And I'm going to take and tear this little bit off here because I don't want that hanging over. There we go. There. Okay, so now we have our little page hugger. And I am going to do it this way. So on here, I thought I had this little piece of lace. A little bit there. I'm just gonna let that hang down like so. And then this little piece of a sheet. I have a lot of sheet left over. Like so, right about, oh, I don't know, maybe there. And then our little butterfly. And I am going to put a pearl on this, but I think I'm going to wait because I'm going to flip it over to the other side here so we can decorate this side. Okay, so we have a pocket here, and I thought what I would do is put this pocket in here, but I wasn't sure how far I needed it to be. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tear this edge too. I'm going to put it up like this and just kind of tear the edge. It's stuck a little bit more. Let's just cut this piece a little bit. If I had thought about it, I should have put this piece on first and I could have sewed around it. But I did not think about that. So I think we can just do that, right? Like so. If it covers a little bit of the stitches, I'm okay with that. Okay, so we'll glue around here. Here. And just a little bit in there. It'll be a thin pocket. There we go. I like that. And then this here, I thought, you know, let's showcase the butterfly. I like that. Well, let's just do that. Yeah, I think so. Then we can decorate that up a little bit too. Did I put it this way? Yeah, let's put it this way. Okay, and then the number and word snippet kit. Tis my go-to. I love this kit. Although I do throw some other things in there, like my fortune cookies. And I think I better go that way. Yeah. How about something like that? Maybe that was too big. Oh, look at this one. I like that one. There we go. Like that one better. I'm just going to trim it up a little bit. And we'll ink it. So there's not too many days left in this collab, but make sure that you, if you're making things that we're making or putting your own take on what the tutorials we're showing you, make sure that you post in LineDotArrow and Two Sister Jam and Sophie's Crafty Corner, and make sure that you use the hashtag LDADT collab and get your name entered for some prizes. Okay, so let's see now. I need something to fit into this pocket, and I don't think, other than this guy, I don't think anything's going to fit in there. So we may have to make something to fit in there. This here, we can just take and slip this into the pocket like that. And that has to be quite a bit thinner. Now I wonder if I take, oh, well, let's see. If I take this and cut this right along this line, and, you know, I have had this thing and rarely ever use it. So in my cleaning up, I found it and I went, you know, I should use this more often. So I can take and just bring that right about like so. That little bit off. Now that goes to show you that I don't use it very often. Paper came up and I obviously did something wrong with that. But anyways, let's see. We need a little more hint off of, yeah, we need a little hint off that. So let's just take and see if we can't take just a smidge. See what that's gonna let me do. It's just smidge. Nugget hears me. And I say, just, I hear you. But Mommy, you got the door closed again. That's gonna be enough. That'll be enough out of that. Let's see if it can fit in there. Oh. So it doesn't want to fit in there. And do I have my little... No, I don't. I do somewhere, but apparently not. This is not what you should use. So don't, oh, there it is. There it is. I found it. Just when your glue spreads just a little too much. No, no, come on now. Now, I want to keep. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this to go a little bit more. Just that, you know, if we just get that little bit of spread in there. There we go. There we go. Okay. And then maybe just down at that bottom a little bit. There we go. My boys are going golfing here right away. You work, hit it, yeah, here we go, and that's right about, yep, okay, we're just going to trim this little bit off here, and we're going to trim this little bit off here, and then we can ink everything up. Go. There we go. Okay, so we have our pocket here, which I think will maybe, I had this picked out just in case I needed to use that. I think we'll just do that right in there like that too. Give a little extra. And then we have our pocket here. And then we have our pocket here, and I've taken and got this one already prepared. Like so. Like that. And then I'm just going to take a little dot. Like so. And get my tweezers, because I have this one pearl that's just waiting to get lost on my desk. And can she get it? No. Oh, there we go. There. So we're just going to let that rest a little bit. And we'll get that cleaned up. There we go. So this then becomes a page. Now I would probably decorate this page up a little bit. But what this becomes is, now you can do your journaling in here, and it becomes a hidden spot. And there we go. And I will make this page page a little stronger. It should, because it's fairly heavy. So it should be on, if I glued these 2 pages together, that would be perfect. That would be perfect. So there we go. So thank you for joining me today, and I hope that you have enjoyed the collaboration with the design team. It's been a lot of fun and a lot of inspiration. Make sure you get your entries into the groups, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.